Maple Hill was a picturesque little neighborhood in upstate New York, the kind of place where kids rode bikes until sundown. Neighbors waved over white fences, and every October, pumpkins lined every doorstep like glowing little soldiers. But this Halloween was different, because Deborah Langston, better known by the kids as Drama Lady, had decided enough was enough. No costumes, no decorations, and absolutely no trick-or-treating on my street, she barked at the HOA meeting, gripping a pumpkin spice latte like it had personally offended her. The reason Halloween encourages chaos, sugar addiction, and Satan worship, she said. Half the room chuckled, the other half cringed, but Deborah wasn't joking. She had just declared war on Halloween, and the kids of Maple Hill, oh, they weren't going down without a fight. Within days of the HOA's new seasonal behavior policy being pushed through thanks to Deborah's manipulation of the board, signs popped up all over the neighborhood. No decorations permitted on front lawns, costumes limited. 2 HOA-approved themes to make matters worse. Deborah printed and personally handed out flyers that read, "Did you know? Halloween costumes are a gateway to delinquency." She even went door to door and confiscated a 6-foot inflatable ghost from the Wilsons' front yard, dragging it into her garage like it was radioactive. The kids watched from across the street. 7-year-old Hannah whispered, "She just bagged the boo guy." 9-year-old twins Jake and Jesse gasped. This wasn't Halloween anymore. This was oppression. That the kids met under the big oak tree in the park, their usual HQ for Nerf wars and lemonade stand disputes. Leading the meeting was Max Carter, a natural-born rebel with a Freddy Krueger hoodie and a passion for justice. He spoke like a war general. "She thinks she can cancel Halloween, not on our block, but she got the HOA on her side," whispered little Hannah, hugging her plastic pumpkin bucket. Max smirked. "Then we don't go through them, we go around them." They launched Operation Pumpkin Strike. The goal: take Halloween underground, secret decorating, silent candy jazz, and one epic finale that Drama Lady could never stop. The next night, kids wearing all black moved under the cover of darkness. Instead of decorating front yards, they decorated backyards. Glow-in-the-dark ghosts hung from swing sets. Jack-o'-lanterns flickered behind garden gnomes. Skeletons were zip-tied to fences where no one but allies could see. Max set up a secret candy distribution system. Parents who supported the mission were given code names. "Mrs. Rosenberg is now Candy Queen Alpha," he declared. "Mr. Kim is Sugar Drop Bravo." At dusk on October 30th, Deborah stood in her yard like a Halloween warden. Everything was silent. No pumpkins. No costumes. No kids. She smiled, victorious, but inside every backyard, there was a party happening on Halloween morning. Deborah launched her final phase. She stood at the school's front gate with a clipboard, inspecting costumes. She turned away a witch for being too traditional. She denied a werewolf for being culturally insensitive to dog lovers. She let one kid dressed as a calculator through. That kid was crying. But Max and his team had a plan for that too. That afternoon, every kid arrived at the Maple Hill Halloween Fun Fair hosted at the abandoned tennis courts behind the clubhouse. DJ Skulls, aka a middle schooler with Bluetooth speakers, blasted monster mashups. Kids wore whatever costumes they wanted. Parents served secret candy out of coolers labeled frozen peas. Deborah caught wind of it by sundown. She marched toward the sound of music like a villain storming a castle. The kids had been preparing for this moment as Deborah stormed toward the gates of the tennis court. Max stood on top of a picnic table, holding a microphone like a gladiator's sword. "Hey Deborah, I mean, Drama Lady." She froze. All eyes turned to her. Max pointed toward the crowd. "You banned Halloween, but we made it ours. You tried to kill fun, but fun fought back." The crowd erupted. She tried to scream, "This is illegal. This is..." That's when someone projected a giant hologram behind her, a video of her yelling Satan worship at a 6-year-old dressed as a marshmallow, courtesy of Jesse's dad, who worked in AB. People started laughing. Then recording. Deborah turned redder than a vampire's mouth. She ran straight into a fog machine. She disappeared into the mist, her shriek echoing into the night. The next morning, the HOA's group chat exploded. "Why is Deborah yelling at a marshmallow? Can we vote to remove her from the board? Did anyone else see the fog machine?" By the end of the week, Deborah had stepped down due to stress. The HOA quietly deleted the Halloween ban from the website. And the kids, they threw a victory win party in November. Costumes, candy, and all. Max was crowned Pumpkin General, and the inflatable ghost, they put it back on the Wilsons' lawn, permanently. Sometimes, the strongest voices aren't the loudest. Sometimes, they're dressed like Dracula, wielding candy buckets, and refusing to let fear cancel joy. Because in Maple Hill, Halloween isn't a holiday, it's a rite.